Good evening and welcome again to the Mini Dome on the campus of Shelton High School for tonight's Class 3A Narrows League Boys High School basketball game featuring the Shelton Highclimbers and the Central Kitsap Cougars. I'm Derek Allen. The Highclimbers come into tonight's game with a 5-10 overall record, 2-7 in league play. The Cougars are 6-8 on the season, 3-5 in the Narrows. Climbers have dropped their last 7 games, 5 of them to Narrows League foes. Shelton's most recent loss was Wednesday night at Wilson, 85-49. The Cougars have lost their last 3 games, all league contests. CK's most recent loss was Wednesday to Lincoln, 70-47. This will be the second meeting between the Cougars and the Climbers. In the first meeting on December 18th, Central Kitsap beat Shelton 78-52. CK had 4 players score in double digits: Zion Archer, Jaden Upshaw, Caleb Bates, and RJ Seacrest. With 5 games left in the regular season, every game has an impact on postseason play. As the standings sit right now, Central Kitsap is in 5th place, while Shelton is tied with Mount Tahoma for 6th, and there's only 5 spots in the district tournament. A Highclimber win tonight is necessary for Shelton's playoff hopes. A Cougar win would help solidify their place and make the road more difficult, if not impossible, for the Climbers. Coming up, we will talk the situation over with Shelton head coach Derek Pringle. It's boys high school basketball. The Central Kitsap Cougars at the Shelton Highclimbers next on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net. We'll be right back.
The Hood Canal Communications team helps keep you connected to your world via broadband, video, and voice.
For a limited time, we're offering free HD for 6 months with no contract and free installation. Some restrictions may apply.
So whatever it is that you want to watch, whether it's the big game, local news, nature programs, or just your favorite reality show, HD will only make it better.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
If you've been thinking of advertising with MasonWebTV.com, now is the time. Our ad rates have remained steady since we started providing news, sports, and information in 2011, but unfortunately that must change. With the new year comes a modest increase for new clients, while current banner ad clients will continue at an affordable $75 a month. If you want to be one of those savvy businesses, contact me before the end of January. Call, text, or email today to lock in your spot on MasonWebTV.com.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
Welcome back to the Mini Dome. Derek Allen at the top of the stands on the west side of the Mini Dome, across from the scorer's table. Earlier this evening, during the junior varsity game, I did talk with Shelton head coach Derek Pringle. And we talked about a lot of things, including the last couple of games and the playoff situation.
Hey, Coach Pringle, I want to go back to a week ago and talk about Capital. Not a good first half, but I would say a great second half.
That was an awesome second half. I mean, we came from, 14 or 16 down, and to lose by 1 on the last second play, it's phenomenal. We came out, I think we took them for granted, and the guys was flat, and we've been having problems where we can't finish, but this was the point where it showed in the first half, and they made adjustments in the second half, and they played an excellent second half. I mean, I was more proud of that half than the first half. So,
well, the first half, let's see, if I remember right, you went almost 6 minutes in the second quarter without scoring, right. And then it was like there was a lid on the basket in the first half.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, we couldn't finish, we couldn't make the shot, and the funny thing about it was we actually played. We practiced on our shooting because we haven't had a chance because short practices and stuff like that. But we did that, work on shooting and say attacking because. That's been our biggest problem that we haven't been doing. And so they okay. And so we thought we had it all wrapped up, but, in that first half that first quarter was the same thing that happened last year at Capital. They came out and had 21-3. And then we came back and took the second half. So, some things we worked on, then we got to keep on working on.
Let's talk about Wednesday night in Wilson. elite team, you always have to play your best game, right?
Yeah, first quarter we only scored 3 points.
Right.
Again, yeah, first quarter was bad. They got out to a 26-3. And second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter we played better. And then we had, Marshall McCulley was actually sick the last 4 days, so he only played maybe about 6 or 8 minutes. I mean, he had no legs in him and no energy. So we had to play everybody that night. I mean, we lost by 36 because of that first quarter. But overall, we knew what they was going to do. We got them frustrated again, like we had them here, but they were just making shots. I mean, we couldn't break their press there first, and then we settled down in the second, third, fourth quarter and broke it, and they pulled it off of us because they pressed us majority of the game. So, once we settled down and figure out, hey, just play, the guys did well.
Now, I don't know if you want to talk about this, but you want to talk about the playoff situation as it sits now?
Yeah, right now we still alive. From what I've heard, we still got a chance because the teams that's above us have to play the top 3 teams, and they already lost to them once. Tonight is a do-or-die game for us. We have to take tonight to stay alive because we're 2-7. If we go 2-8, it's going to be very impossible. And if CK sweeps us, and it comes down to us again too, then it goes to them because they got the 2-game sweep. So our goal tonight is come out and leave everything on the floor and just play hard because if we want to get back, we have to do it tonight. I mean, we're on a 7-game losing streak. We haven't won since December 7th. Everybody else has one, so it's time for us to come up.
So there's only 5 spots in the playoffs, or is there 6?
It's 5 this year.
5 this year.
Last year was 6, and we got in, and we had to play in. So we have to get this one tonight to be either considered, because you got North Thurston's above CK, then you got they sit in the 4th spot right now. Then you got CK, then you got us right there. Right. So we have to get that. We got to, out of the next 5 games, we got to at least take 4, and we got to play Lincoln here next Friday, Montahoma at their place next Wednesday, and then we go on the road with 2 games, North Thurston and Falls, which I know that we can beat them because we had both of them right here at our own place, so we can get them. So
first is first. You got to take care of tonight.
Yeah, CK tonight. That's what we want to do is just set down Seacrest from shooting and his partner. I think it's number 4, DeAndre Sincere. If we shut them 2 guys down and get them in, say, foul trouble or just keep the ball in their hands, limit their shots, we'll be okay.
Oh, that's your game plan. That was my next question, but that's your game plan. Hey, everybody available for tonight?
Everybody's available. You see, Kobe was sick yesterday. But, yeah, we going to have all 11 ready to play.
All right. Well, good luck tonight, Coach.
All right, thank you, sir.
I'm sorry, Derek Pringle, the head coach of the Shelton boys basketball team. Take time out. We'll be back with the starting lineups for both teams here on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications, HCC.com. Sorry, HCC.net. Pardon me.
Hood Canal Communications and Mason Web TV have teamed up to bring you live and replayed webcasts of Highclimbers basketball. Catch all the action at MasonWebTV.com and HCC.net/news. Cheer on your favorite local athlete, even if you can't make it to the game in person. As an added incentive, we're giving away a Kindle Fire HD6 at the end of the season. For your chance to win, get the secret code announced during each game and then enter online at HCC.net/contest. Go Climbers!
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Welcome back to the Mini Dome. Diedrich Allen on top of the stands at the Mini Dome for tonight's boys high school basketball contest between the Central Kitsap Cougars and the Shelton Highclimbers. Here are your starting five for both the teams. Starting out with the visiting Central Kitsap Cougars. Zion Archer, a 5'10 sophomore guard. Caleb Bates, a 6'1 senior forward. R.J. Seacrest, a 6-foot junior guard. Dylan McConnell, a 6'5 sophomore forward, and Jaden Upshaw, a 5'9 junior guard. So that's Archer, Bates, Seacrest, McConnell, and Upshaw for the Cougars. For the Highclimbers, you have, I didn't change this on my lineup. It's actually Kevin Scott, a 5'10 senior guard, Kyle Kimball, a 6'2 junior guard, Drew Cruz, a 5'11 senior guard, Tyler Giraldus, a 6'2 junior post, and Kobe Bogue, a 6'5 junior. So that's Scott, Kimball, Cruz, Giraldus, and Bogue for the Highclimbers. Take another timeout. We'll be right back with the tip-off. And this is Mason, WebTV.com, Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world.
Our certified technicians provide complete IT services to keep your business running smoothly.
From spyware and virus removal, on-site server and computer installation, network design, configuration, and more.
Let HCC be your IT partner. Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know. Come alive with the forest. The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
He's on his way. He doesn't even know that we're here. Is he okay? Please tell me he's okay.
Laura.
Okay, try to call him again.
There's no signal.
Try.
Nothing's working.
Well, just
Everything's
try.
down.
This is so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
And we're waiting for the tip-off between the Central Kitsap Cougars and the Shelton Highclimbers. Cougars are in their road black uniforms, and their starting five again is Archer, Bates, Seacrest, McConnell, and Upshaw. For the Highclimbers, will be in the home whites. Scott, Kimball, Cruz, Giraldus, and Bogue. And it looks like Seacrest will step into center court to face off against Bogue, get this thing underway. Two teams that are wanting to get into the district playoffs, and Bogue will win the tip. He'll tap it back to Kevin Scott. Here come the Highclimbers. Open this ball game with the first possession. Swing it over. There's Cruz. Fakes a three. Back to Scott. Scott to the three-point arc. Fakes a pass to Giraldus, and he'll drive side of the paint, put it up. Missed the shot, but there's a foul on the drive on the Cougars, and that will go on the Seacrest. That's his first. Baseline inbounds to the left of the backboard. Cruz will trigger the play. He'll lob it into Kimball. Kimball back to Cruz. Cruz in the corner for three. Yep. So 3-0 early, and the Highclimbers are going to press. Here comes Seacrest quickly up the other way. Breaking the press. Out it goes. Three on the way. In and out by Bates. And rebound to fight for it. Kimball comes up with it in the pack. Out of pack, I should say. Coming back the other way. Giraldus out to Scott. Side step stops over to Cruz. Cruz fakes the baseline jumper and it's tapped out of his hands out of bounds. It will be a Highclimber ball. Baseline inbounds almost in the corner. Oh, actually, it went off of a Highclimber, excuse me. So it'll be CK ball. And the inbounds goes to Seacrest. They'll throw it up nearly half the length of the court to Upshaw and then back to Bates. Bates goes to the hoop, plays it up and in. Caleb Bates with the first bucket for the Cougars. Cruz has in the far side, gets it quickly up to Giraldus. He'll drive, kick it out in the corner to Bogue. Bogue for three. Nope. Rebound tapped by Giraldus and then corralled by Bates for out to Seacrest. Quickly up the other way. It's Upshaw. And Seacrest driving baseline, stepped on. Oh, he double dribbled. That's the first turnover on Central Kitsap. Highclimber ball. 1 point lead for Shelton. Kimball to Scott. Up it goes to Bogue. Bogue speeding across midcourt, and he's going to draw a hand check foul. I believe that'll go on. We'll go on Bates. It's his first. And a second team foul on Central Kitsap. Sideline inbounds. Kimball will get it into Cruz in the corner. He'll fake the three. Cross court to Scott. Scott puts it on the floor, drives to the bucket. Nice change of pace in the hands. Puts it up and in. Here comes Seacrest the other way for CK. Nearly lost it, but goes over. And there's Upshaw. Upshaw tried to leave in the middle, lost the ball. And here comes Kyle Kimball. Kimball going to the hoop, he tried to center the pass to Bogue, drew the foul on CK. Personal foul going who? I believe it will go on Bates. That's his second. And a substitution for the Cougars. Hunter Stringer will step onto the court for the first time, and he'll go get Bates. So it's baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers. Right of their backboard in. It goes to Kimball, back to Bogue. Bogue in the corner for, that's a Cruz for three, and he'll drain it. And losing the ball in their front court. Here comes Kimball the other way. Nice extra pass to Giraldus. He'll lay it off the glass and in. Nice work by the Highclimbers on the fast break. Upshot with it for CK. Seacrest, and another turnover by the Cougars. Kimball to Cruz in the corner for a third three. Yes! Oh boy, 3 threes in the quarter for Drew Cruz, and his 11-point lead early. Timeout called. Central Kitsap. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world via broadband, video, and voice.
We offer business phone systems,
voice service with unlimited long distance,
broadband with speeds up to 1,000 megabits per second,
complete IT services,
on-site computer repair,
video service,
and advertising.
Let HCC be your communications service partner.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
What a stark difference from a week ago when the Shelton Highclimbers couldn't buy a basket in the first quarter hardly at all. And now they come flying out of the box and have a 13-2 lead early. 3 threes by Drew Cruz in the quarter, leading all scorers with 9 points. It's Kevin Scott and Tyler Giraldus, the other 4 points for the Highclimbers, 2 points for Caleb Bates. It counts for CK's only bucket. Stringer trying to get it in. They'll finally get it in to Archer. And up it goes, and another pickoff. Here's Drew Cruz to the three-point arc. Take another three. No. Rebound controlled by the Highclimbers. Kevin Scott comes out of the pack with it. Set the offense for Shelton. Opie dribbled it off a foot, and the ball's still free. And it's going to be a foul on Scott, I believe. And only the second turnover on Shelton in the ball game. Scott did pick up his first, and his first team foul on Shelton. Some discussion on the floor here with two of the referees. It'll be Central Kitsap ball in front of the scorer's table. And we're going to get a warning on the sideline. This coach's box warning issue that has been directed to all referees. They have to stay in this little marked box. And Scott McMinn's got a little warning. So inbounds from the scorer's tables for TK. Upshaw gets the ball. And he'll bring it up for the Cougars, driving to the foul line, stepping back to try and set the offense. And a backdoor cut to Seacrest. And a foul on the Highclimbers on the floor. Second team foul on Shelton. Scott just picked up his second. Marshall McCullough will step onto the court for the first time tonight. It'll be baseline inbounds for the Cougars. Upshaw will get it into Archer. Archer will drive side of the paint. Rejected by Bogue and Giraldus. Into the corner it goes. Cruz has it. Back to McCullough. McCullough will take the three in the corner. In and out. And drops in. Fourth three in the quarter for the Highclimbers. And it's a 14-point lead for Shelton. Archer. Another turnover. Bogue with the steal. And here comes Drew Cruz. And then he ends up traveling, giving it right back to the Cougars. Sideline inbounds. Stringer will inbounds it to Seacrest, and here come the Cougs. One hands it over to Archer. Archer on the far side, down to the side of the paint. Stringer trying to drive paint, trying to throw it across the key out of bounds, and that'll be the sixth turnover on Central Kitsap. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Excuse me. It's a 14-point lead for Shelton. Cruz with the ball to the foul line, trying to spin back in the middle. Drew the foul on Central Kitsap, fourth team foul. Personal foul will go on Zion Archer, his first. Kyle Kimball will inbounds the ball from the far sidelines. Inbounds to Giraldus, down to McCullough. McCullough hooks back out, quick passes. Bogue alone on the box, lays it up and in. First bucket for Kobe. And it's a 16-point lead early. And another pickoff, Kobe Bogue. Throws it to to Cruz, and the ball goes on the floor. We have is it a jump ball? It's a jump ball, and that'll go over to the Cougars on the fourth turnover by Shelton. DeAndre Sincere in the ballgame for the first time for Central Kitsap. Another stoppage of play here with the refereeing team. Dominic Telemuck is also on the court for Central Kitsap. It is Cougar ball. It's like Seacrest. No, actually it's Stringer will inbounds it. Now there's Seacrest with it, far side. Center the court to Stringer. Over it goes to Zion Archer. Center the court to Telemuck. Into the corner to Sincere. Up top it goes. And now Seacrest will set the play for CK. He'll drive side of the paint right to the hoop, puts it up, and it drops in. First bucket for RJ. And it's now a 14-point lead for the Highclimbers. They've been up by as many as 16. Here's Drew Cruz with the ball. Quickly over to Bogue in the corner, drives baseline down to Giraldus. Banging bodies, no whistle, nope, they're going to finally get it. And an offensive foul on Tyler Giraldus, his third team foul on Shelton. Hibiki Shiba steps into the court for the Highclimbers. First time tonight. Drew Cruz will get a much-deserved rest. Stringer with the ball over to Seacrest. Back to Stringer. Goes over to Archer. Zion throws it to Seacrest near the mid-court stripe. Dribbles over to the near side. Trying to go right to the hoop. Rejected by Bogue, I think, and picked up by Shiba. Shiba toes the line at midcourt, finds McCullough over to Kimball. Kimball working the far side to Sheba. Pull-up jumper just inside the arc, nailed it. Hibiki with his first bucket of the night. Here comes Seacrest the other way for CK. Swing it over, and it's Sincere on the far side. Up top goes to Archer. And now to Seacrest. Seacrest between the circles, gets a double screen, goes to the left, and a moving screen. Moving the screen on Tillamook. It's his first 5th team foul and the 8th turnover on the Central Kitsap. So the sideline inbounds for the Highclimbers. Checking into the ball game is Dylan McConnell. Will step on for the first time tonight. Actually, he was listed as a starter, but that was inaccurate for our information. Here comes McCullough. Finds Kimball. Down to Giraldus, overthrew him, but saves it in bounds to McCullough, and there is another hand check foul on CK. That's a 16 foul. Personal foul going home. DeAndre Sincere. Baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers. Giraldus will throw it in to Kimball. Kimball to McCullough for 3. That hits the side of the backboard. McCullough gets his own rebound over to Giraldus. Giraldus down to Bogue off the glass and in. Quick passes, nice ball work. Wow. Here come the Cougars the other way, and they draw a foul on Shelton. And that'll go on Sheba, his first. 4th team foul on Shelton. Seacrest trying to work it, two-man play on the far side. Gets it up to Stringer. Stringer will hand it back to Seacrest and try to go to work. Going over to the left, trying to go to the bucket. Puts it up with a fadeaway, drew the foul. 2 shots coming for RJ Seacrest. Excuse me. Personal foul on the Highclimbers, their 5th. Goes on Kobe Bogue, it's his first. Seacrest hits the first free throw, he'll get another one. Give him 3 points tonight. Checking into the ball game for Bogue is Ty Fisher. And checking in for Central Kitsap, Austin McMinns. He'll give DeAndre Sincere a rest. Second free throw on the way for Seacrest. It goes in. Give him 4 points tonight. Highclimber ball in their back court. Leading by 16. Marshall McCullough with the ball. Over it goes to Kyle Kimball. Now to Hibiki Sheba. Back to Kimball. Kimball over to Sheba. Down to the box, and Giraldus draws a double team. Kick it out to Kimball. Kimball fixed the 3. 10 on the shot clock now. McCullough has it to Fisher. Fisher back to McCullough. 5 to work. Hooks a pass, or tried to hook a pass to Fisher. Fisher down to Giraldus, out to McCullough. Had to force it up there in that shot clock violation. 6 turnovers on Shelton. Central Kitsap ball, Seacrest has it, and then there's a foul on either McCullough or Sheba. The 6th in on the Highclimbers in the quarter. That went on Sheba, that's his second. 30-second timeout called by the Highclimbers. They're up 22-6 in the first quarter. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
If you've been thinking of advertising with MasonWebTV.com, now is the time. Our ad rates have remained steady since we started providing news, sports, and information in 2011, but unfortunately that must change. With the new year comes a modest increase for new clients, while current banner ad clients will continue at an affordable $75 a month. If you want to be one of those savvy businesses, contact me before the end of January. Call, text, or email today to lock in your spot on MasonWebTV.com.
Back at the Mini Dome, It'll be Central Kitsap ball coming out of the timeout right below us. Stringer will inbounds it to Seacrest, and here comes CK. Seacrest gets the ball back. Bounces in over to Archer. Archer back to Seacrest. Seacrest fake middle, goes to the outside, jump stops in the middle and puts it up a little too hard. Rebound tapped up by McMinns, and he'll miss it. And Kimball comes up with it to McCullough, puts it up a little short, and a rebound pulled down by McMinns. McMinns on the run on the far side for Central Kitsap. Finds Seacrest back to McMinns. McMinns back to Seacrest. Drive side of the paint, try to shuffle it down to Stringer out of bounds. And it'll be Highclimber ball on their ninth turnover. Kimball gets it into Shiva, gets the ball back in backcourt. Shot clock is off at this point. 25 seconds to go here in the quarter. Kimball behind the back to the foul line. Over to Shiva, the corner to Giraldus. To Kimball. Up top it goes to Shiva. Shiva swings over to McCullough. Up top it goes to Fisher. Fisher will take the set shot three, no. And the rebound goes to Seacrest. Seacrest on the run the other way. Banging bodies out of control, and they're going to call him traveling. That's the 10th turnover in the ball game and in the quarter for Central Kitsap. 2 seconds to go here in the first. 16-point lead. Inbounds to Kimball. Kimball will launch it from about three-quarters court. Hit the backboard, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Shelton 22. Central Kitsap 6. Be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
The Hood Canal Communications team helps keep you connected to your world via broadband, video, and voice.
For a limited time, we're offering free HD for 6 months with no contract and free installation. Some restrictions may apply.
So whatever it is that you want to watch, whether it's the big game, local news, nature programs, or just your favorite reality show, HD will only make it better.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Highclimber ball coming out of the timeout between quarters. Highclimbers led by as many as 18 in the first quarter. Come out with Bogue, McCullough, Cruz, Fisher, and Kimball, who will inbounds it below us at midcourt. Inbounds to Cruz. Cruz in the corner, fakes the three, drives baseline, hooks it back to Fisher. Fisher drives right to the hoop. Little reverse layup, falls in for tie. And the lead is back up to 18, the biggest of the night for Shelton. That's Upshaw back in the ball game for Central Kitsap. Trying to look for Seacrest, finds him. Seacrest had to come to the ball. There's Upshaw, swing it over to Archer. Archer to Upshaw, back to Archer. Side of the paint feed, and that's McConnell missing the shot. Rebound goes to Bogue, and here comes Kyle Kimball. Up it goes to McCullough. Now over to Cruz, fakes the three, steps back into it, and he'll take it this time. Oop, little short. Rebound, Bogue taps it to Cruz. Cruz spins, launches it out. And there's Kimball, top of the key for three. In and out. Rebound pulled down by Bates. Bates stumbles, goes to the floor, throws it on the floor. And coming up with it is Archer. Archer, center of the court to Seacrest. Seacrest to the foul line, bounces down the baseline. Jumper by McConnell. That's off. Rebound tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Central Kitsap. Looks like Kevin Scott back in the ball game for Kyle Kimball. Baseline inbounds for Central Kitsap into Upshaw. Upshaw for three in the corner. In and out. Rebound Bogue. And now that's Kevin Scott. Quickly up it goes to McCullough. Into the corner now. Fisher to Bogue. Foul line jumper off the glass and in for Cody. 6 points for him. CK trying to push it back. Out to Seacrest. Seacrest for three. That rattled in. Seacrest has 7 points of the 9 for Central Kitsap. Cruz out to McCullough for 3. That's off. Rebound tipped and controlled by Central Kitsap. Seacrest now to the three-point arc at the top. Spins around, sets play for the Cougars. Bounces it over to Archer. Back to Seacrest, over to Upshaw. Upshaw down to the baseline. And I believe that's Bates. Out it goes to Archer. Missed the 3. McConnell can't handle the rebound. And here come the Highclimbers. Drew Cruz with the ball. Over to Scott. Kevin Scott holds the ball. Dribbles to the three-point arc. Foul line stops. Fade away for Kevin. Oh, nope. Rebound, Bogue. Bounce it to Scott. Loses it off his foot. And McConnell comes up with a pick. Comes Seacrest the other way for Central Kitsap. Gets the ball back. Pull-up jumper just inside the arc. He'll hit it. It's 2 pointers for RJ. And it is a 11 points for the Cougars. And timeout called. We'll step aside. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
Hood Canal Communications and Mason Web TV have teamed up to bring you live and replayed webcasts of Highclimbers basketball. Catch all the action at MasonWebTV.com and HCC.net/news. Cheer on your favorite local athlete, even if you can't make it to the game in person. As an added incentive, we're giving away a Kindle Fire HD6 at the end of the season. For your chance to win, get the secret code announced during each game and then enter online at HCC.net/contest. Go Climbers!
MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net are your best source for high school basketball featuring the Shelton Highclimbers, the North Mason Bulldogs, and the Mary M. Night Owls. We give you complete coverage of a game from starting lineups to scoring leaders. You can trust we will bring you all the action. For our next webcast, we hit the road with the Shelton boys as they travel to Tacoma Wednesday night to take on the Thunderbirds at Mount Tahoma High School. This game with playoff implications tips off at 7 o'clock, and you'll find it only on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net.
That's our next game. Right now, Shelton Highclimbers have the ball, leading at 26-11 over Central Kitsap. Marshall McCullough with the ball. Gets a screen from Kobe Bogue. Goes right to the hoop, puts it up and in. 5 points for Marshall. And here come the Cougars the other way. So Archer on the far side, drives to the baseline. Turned around by Scott. Stops in the corner. Scott all over him. Out it goes to Upshaw. At the top, fake to outside, behind the back, and Cruz is going to be called for his first foul. 7th team foul, so it's 1-1 for Central Kitsap. So Jaden Upshaw at the free throw line for the first of a 1-1. Kyle Kimball and Tyler Giraldes return for the Highclimbers. Fisher and McCullough will sit down. Upshaw's first free throw, the 1-1. He goes in. He'll get the other one. His first points tonight. I should say his first point. And Upshaw can cut into this Highclimber lead. Missed it. Rebound Scott for Shelton. He'll lob it up to Kobe Bogue. Bogue. On the three-point arc on the far side. Hook pass down to, who is that? That would be Giraldes. 3 on the way by Scott. That's off. Actually, no, that was Drew Cruz with the shot and missed it. And a foul on the Highclimbers. Their 8th. So we'll walk to the north end of the mini dome. And for a 1-1 is Zion Archer. Cruz just picked up his 2nd personal. And again, it's the 8th team foul for Shelton. First free throw, rattled off. Rebound goes to Cody Bogue. Comes Kevin Scott the other way. Out it goes Cruz. Cruz for 3 in the corner. Nope. Rebound tapped up by Giraldes. Bogue with the rebound, knocked out of bounds by Archer, and they're going to give it to the Cougars. Trailing by 16 points. Seacrest, to Archer. Archer gets a screen and a hook pass to Bates. Bates trying to feed it down low to Seacrest, picked up by Scott. Scott on the run the other way for the Highclimbers. Has a 2-on-3, shuffles it down to Kimball, and we have a travel on the Highclimbers. 7 turnovers on Shelton, 11 by my count on Central Kitsap. Archer with the ball, crossing midcourt with the pass. That's Bates now. Trying to change direction, kick it out in the corner. 3 on the way for a Seacrest. That's off. Rebound, a fight for it. And Stringer comes up with it, chasing it down. Hands it off to Bates, and Bates will get it to Seacrest. Seacrest drives to the hoop, loses the ball out of bounds. I'm going to say it goes off a Highclimber. Be baseline inbounds for Shelton. I'm sorry, for Central Kitsap, not Shelton. Pardon me. Archer will trigger the play, throw it into Seacrest on the baseline, goes to the hoop, loses control of the ball. The ball goes out of bounds. As they say, it goes off of Archer. It'll be Shelton ball this time. 3:35 to go in the half. 28-12 is the score. That's an 8 on that scoreboard clock. Full court press. Cruz will get it in to Giraldus, finds Scott. Scott center of the court now. Out it goes to Bogue. Bogue for 3. Yep. 9 points for Kobe. That's the biggest lead of the night for Shelton. 19. Archer, kick it in the corner. That's Upshaw. Up top it goes to Bates. Caleb gets a screen, trying to drive side of the paint, goes to the hoop, plays off the glass and in. Second bucket for Caleb tonight. Kevin Scott working the other way for Shelton, avoiding the lunges by Archer. Swings it over to Giraldus. So nice spin move, stop in the box, put it off the glass and in. Tyler with 4 points tonight. Here comes CK the other way. And a steal by Scott. Scott's going to go one-on-one to the hoop, puts it up, popped out, rebounds. Cruz right there, trying to put it up, missed the shot, and the rebound pops into the hands of Upshaw. He's double teamed and goes to the ground to call a timeout. 30-second timeout call. We'll step aside. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hooking Out Communications, HCC.net.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311.
Back at the Mini Dome. 2:27 to go here in the first half. Shelton 33, Central Kitsap 14. It's been all Highclimbers so far tonight. Central Kitsap has an uphill battle. That's Archer with it in the far side. Up top it goes to Elijah McGee, who checked into the ball game, and a whistle away from the ball on the Highclimbers. Personal foul will go on whom? Go on Ty Fisher, excuse me, his first. So at the line for for the 1-and-1, first of a 1-and-1 is Hunter Stringer. His first trip to the line tonight, and he missed it. Rebound. Archer comes in, kind of trying to get up with it, and now Giraldus and Kevin Scott will bring it up to Giraldus. Giraldus down to the baseline, and it's Cruz. Cruz bounce it up top, and it's Scott. Scott drives the foul line, big hop in the middle, puts it up, and in. Kevin Scott, what a move. Here come the Cougars, trailing now by 21. Seacrest, pull-up jumper, lost the ball. Scott with another steal. Up it goes to Kimball. Kimball to the hoop and off the glass and in. First bucket for Kyle tonight, and the lead is now the largest of the night. 23. Seacrest into the corner to McGee, back to Seacrest. Seacrest beyond the three-point arc. Over it goes to Archer. Archer drives right to the hoop, banging body, puts it up and in. First bucket for Zion. And here come the Highclimbers the other way. Kevin Scott doesn't take the screen. Tapped out of his hands, and here comes Seacrest. No, that's Bates. Bates banging bodies, and we have an offensive foul on Bates. His third personal. 7th team foul. Highclimber ball in their backcourt. We have a substitution here. Let's see here. Who checked in? Looks like Telemuck back in the ball game for the Cougars, and as well as Marshall McCullough for the Highclimbers. So it's Cruz, Kimball, McCullough, Giraldus, and Fisher, as McCullough has it on the far side, breaking the press, and will run the point. And it's knocked out of his hands, and it goes over to Cruz, back to McCullough. McCullough puts it on the floor, gets screened from Fisher to the foul line, and then there's a whistle on Central Kitsap, their 8th team foul, that is. Personal foul will go on who? It went on Zion Archer. That's his 2nd. So Marshall McCullough at the line for the first of a 1-and-1. First one up and in. They get the bonus now. Abiki Shiba returns for the Highclimbers, and Drew Cruz will sit down for the last 43 seconds. And Austin McMinns will step onto the court for Central Kitsap. And Zion Archer will sit down. Marshall McCullough for Shelton has another free throw. That's up and in. 7 points for Marshall tonight. It's the biggest lead of the night for the Highclimbers. And McGee had his pass knocked out of bounds. It'll be CK ball. 7-second difference between the shot and the game clock. Seacrest will trigger the play from the sidelines. Gets it in to Stringer, back to Seacrest. Over to McMines. Back to Seacrest. Seacrest patient, fade away, dropped out, rebound, almost stolen away, but Giraldus comes up with it, and here comes Marshall McCullough for Shelton. McCullough, 8 seconds to work, out to Giraldus, back to McCullough. McCullough has 3 seconds, up to Shiba. Shiba way outside, just comes up short of the buzzer, but we have a half in the books. Shelton 39. Central Kitsap 16. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. It's MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net.
The Hood Canal Communications team helps keep you connected to your world via broadband, video, and voice.
For a limited time, we're offering free HD for 6 months with no contract and free installation. Some restrictions may apply.
So whatever it is that you want to watch, whether it's the big game, local news, nature programs, or just your favorite reality show, HD will only make it better.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
If you've been thinking of advertising with MasonWebTV.com, now is the time. Our ad rates have remained steady since we started providing news, sports, and information in 2011, but unfortunately that must change. With the new year comes a modest increase for new clients, while current banner ad clients will continue at an affordable $75 a month. If you want to be one of those savvy businesses, contact me before the end of January. Call, text, or email today to lock in your spot on MasonWebTV.com.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net are your best source for high school basketball featuring the Shelton Highclimbers, the North Mason Bulldogs, and the Mary M. Knight Owls. We give you complete coverage of a game from starting lineups to scoring leaders. You can trust we will bring you all the action. For our next webcast, we hit the road with the Shelton boys as they travel to Tacoma Wednesday night to take on the Thunderbirds at Mount Tahoma High School. This game with playoff implications tips off at 7 o'clock, and you'll find it only on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net.
As the Shelton dance team performs at halftime, you can see the score: Shelton 39, Central Kitsap at 16. The Highclimbers came out on fire in the first quarter, holding the Cougars to only 6 points while racking up 22. Drew Cruz hit 9 points, hits 3 threes in the quarter to lead all scorers with to actually match all scorers with 9 points. Kobe Buck has 9 for the half as well. And let's see here, 8 for Marshall McCullough, 4 for Kevin Scott, 4 for Tyler Giraldis, 2 for Ty Fisher, and Habiki Shiba. Did I mention Kevin Scott is 4? For the Cougars, they're being led by R.J. Seacrest. He has 9 points, 4 for Caleb Bates, 2 for Zion Archer, and a point for Jaden Upshaw. Now, Archer, Bates, Seacrest, and Upshaw had scored in double digits the last time these two teams met in a loss to actually the Highclimbers lost that game up at in Silverdale. Again, we have a halftime score of Shelton 39. Central Kitsap 16. They're matching their largest lead of the night at 23. So we'll take another timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net.
Learn how to
run,
hide,
fight.
Columbine High School,
Newtown,
Virginia Tech,
Aurora Theater,
Columbia Mall,
Fort Hood,
Navy Yard,
Chattanooga, Charleston.
Enough. How many more?
How many more classrooms?
How many more colleges?
How many more movie theaters?
How many more shopping malls?
How many more military facilities?
How many more houses of faith?
Enough.
Learn how to
run,
hide,
fight.
Visit www.nextsafe.org.
Prepare your community.
As an American.
as a human being.
No more lists of names.
It's not too soon. Now is the time.
It's time.
We need to be more prepared.
It's time for our leaders to help prepare the public. Right now.
Enough. Enough.
Prepare an emergency plan for you and your community. Visit the National Center for Citizen Safety at www.nextsafe.org.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world via broadband, video, and voice.
We offer business phone systems,
Voice service with unlimited long distance,
broadband with speeds up to 1,000 megabits per second,
complete IT services,
on-site computer repair,
video service,
and advertising.
Let HCC be your communications service partner.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over.
When you see lights,
Vests or reflectors,
Please, give us some room. Slow down and move over.
when you need us,
we've got your back.
Do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back? Please, slow down.
And move over.
Halftime at the Mini Dome, Shelton 39, Central Kitsap 16. The biggest lead of the night for the Highclimbers. I think that's exactly what Coach Pringle wanted the Highclimbers to do as they're fighting for their playoff lives right now. Right now they're tied with Mount Tahoma for 6th place. And there's only 5 spots in the district tournament up for grabs this year. And currently Central Kitsap sitting in that number 5 spot. 5 games left on the season. Coach Pringle did tell me they have to win. The Highclimbers have to win 4 of their last 5. It's going to be a tall order on their schedule. They got Mount Tahoma next Wednesday. In Tacoma will be on hand for that game. Then they host Lincoln. Those 2 games in themselves could decide the rest of the season for Shelton. One thing more to mention in this game between Shelton and Central Kitsap, turnovers is a lot of the difference. The Highclimbers have forced some turnovers. There's 12 turnovers on Central Kitsap, 7 on the Highclimbers. I believe the Cougars had 10 in the first quarter, and at least half of those were steals by the Highclimbers that resulted in points. 3 balls falling for the Highclimbers. Drew Cruz hit 3 in the first quarter. Marshall McCullough had a 3, and Kobe Bogue also had a 3 in this ball game. So the threes are dropping early. Can the Highclimbers maintain and finish this game? We'll find out. Just a couple of minutes away from the third quarter. We'll take another timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com, Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
Hood Canal Communications and Mason Web TV have teamed up to bring you live and replayed webcasts of Highclimbers basketball. Catch all the action at MasonWebTV.com and HCC.net/news. Cheer on your favorite local athlete, even if you can't make it to the game in person. As an added incentive, we're giving away a Kindle Fire HD6 at the end of the season. For your chance to win, get the secret code announced during each game and then enter online at HCC.net/contest. Go Climbers!
MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net are your best source for high school basketball featuring the Shelton Highclimbers, the North Mason Bulldogs, and the Mary M. Knight Owls. We give you complete coverage of a game from starting lineups to scoring leaders. You can trust we will bring you all the action. For our next webcast, we hit the road with the Shelton boys as they travel to Tacoma Wednesday night to take on the Thunderbirds at Mount Tahoma High School. This game with playoff implications tips off at 7 o'clock, and you'll find it only on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Tonight's code word for the Kindle Fire HD6 Climbers giveaway is Olympic. That's Olympic. Log on to hcc.net/contest/climbers right now for your chance to win.
Just a few seconds away from the start of the third quarter. It'll be Central Kitsap ball to start out the third quarter. Highclimber is already out there with Kimball, Geraldus, Bogue, Scott, and Cruz. CK still in their huddle. And the referees are trying to get him out on the court. Get this third quarter underway. Cougars trailing by a big margin here. 23 points. There's Seacrest. You've got Sincere, Archer, McGee, and Bates, who has the ball for the Cougars. That is Seacrest with it. Bouncing it over to Bates. To McGee. Now that's Sincere over to Seacrest. Down to the baseline. That's Archer. Over to Seacrest. Cougars are being very patient here, using the clock a little bit. And there's Sincere. Lost the ball and it bounces over to Sincere. And there's Archer with a jumper that goes in. Only the second bucket for Zion. And Cruz goes to half court to Giraldus, over to Kimball. Kimball. Out to Giraldus to Bogue. Bogue bounces over to Cruz. Cruz down to the baseline, and Giraldus draws a triple team. Tapped it down to the floor. Then it goes to Bogue. Bogue out to Cruz. Cruz, 15-footer on the baseline, fell off. Rebound goes to the Cougars. Pass up court to Sincere's knocked out of bounds by the Highclimbers. Cruz says it was off of Sincere. I'm sorry, off of Seacrest, excuse me. Referees are going to say it was tipped, but it'll stay right there with the Cougars. Baseline inbounds to the right of the backboard. Sincere will trigger the play. Looking in the middle for Seacrest. He'll launch it up top to McGee. McGee trying to dribble penetrate. Stops in a fadeaway at the foul line. Fell off. Rebound Cruz in traffic. And out to Scott. Scott still in backcourt. Lost the ball. Tracked it down. Throws it across midcourt to Giraldus. Giraldus stops inside the paint. Out of Bogue for three in the corner. Excuse me. Rebound tapped to the far side and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Highclimbers. Sideline inbounds, and Kimball will trigger the play into Bogue. Back to Kimball. Kimball to Bogue. Two-man game going. There goes Kimball. Kimball, fadeaway at the baseline. Fadeaway falls for Kyle. It's his second bucket of the night. And here come the Cougars. That's Sincere with it. Guarded by Cruz. Over to Seacrest. Seacrest gets the screen. Out it goes to Sincere. Sincere drives baseline, hooks it down to Archer. Archer up top to Sincere. No, it's Bates trying to double pump it to the hoop. Drew the foul on the Highclimbers. 2 shots coming to Bates. Only 4 points for Caleb tonight. Giraldus picked up his second. Caleb Bates at the line for 2 free throws for Central Kitsap. Missed the first one, he'll get another one. Bates will get another free throw. Trying to cut into this 23-point Highclimber lead, and he does. Here comes Kyle Kimball for the Highclimbers. Trying to get past the defense. Center of the court to Scott. No, missed it. Seacrest trying to go to the hoop. Drawing the foul on the 8th turnover on Shelton. Kevin Scott picked up his 3rd. So it's on the floor, so it'll be baseline inbounds for the Cougars. Marshall McCullough will go get Scott. So it's Central Kitsap ball. A lob in the middle. Seacrest tapped it up, and it dropped off. Rebound tapped and controlled by the Highclimbers. Here comes Cruz. Cruz gives it up to McCullough. McCullough on the run. Hands it off to Kimball. Kimball will drive to the side of the paint to the corner to McCullough. Back to Cruz now. Down to Bogue. Side of the paint. Trying to drive. Kick it out to McCullough. He'll drive to the side of the paint to Giraldus. To McCullough. McCullough hands it over to Kimball on the far side now. Over to Giraldus. Fakes the shot. It slapped out of his hands, but got back. And down to the baseline to McCullough. McCullough to Giraldus. 5 on the shot clock. Giraldus, nice spin move, puts it up short. Had his own rebound, lost it. Bogue will tap it up to McCullough. Over to Cruz. Cruz fakes the 3. No looks down to Giraldus on the baseline and put it up and in. 6 points for Tyler tonight. And here come the Cougars trying to push it up the other way. And who was it on the move? It was McGee trying to go to the hoop, drawing the foul on the Highclimbers. 3 quick fouls on Shelton in this quarter. Kimball picked up his first. Shelton. So Elijah McGee's at the line for 2 free throws for Central Kitsap, trying to cut into this now 24-point lead. Missed the first one. Says McGee's first trip to the line is yet to score. And missed the second one. Bogue with the rebound. Here comes Kimball. Kimball quickly up to McCullough. McCullough trying to drive. Finds Cruz in the corner. Left alone for three. Nope. Got his own rebound. Up fakes again. Lost it out of bounds. And they're going to call a foul. And then I get Zion Archer for his third. The first whistle on the Cougars. Looks like McMines is up off the bench for CK to check in. So freshman Austin McMines, 5'11". Inbounds to Giraldes. Little turnaround hook comes up short. Rebound goes to Bates. And here come the Cougars the other way. Nice move. Seacrest can't finish though. Rebound Kimball. Kimball will put on the floor, draw a double team. Throws up to McCullough to Cruz. Cruz, center of the court now, trying to go right to the hoop. Stripped of the ball, but actually managed to force up a shot. McMines will tap it, but McCullough comes up with it. He'll attack the basket. Stop, put it up and in. McCullough with 10 points tonight. Cougars going right back to the hoop. McGee loses the ball, and then in the fight to get it back, draws a foul on Shelton, their fourth team foul in the quarter. McCullough picked up his first. Checking into the ball game is Hunter Stringer for Central Kitsap. He'll replace DeAndre Sincere. So it's McMines, Bates, McGee, Seacrest, and Stringer. We have a 30-second timeout. 4:02 to go in the third. 45-19, that's the score. Shelton on top. The Highclimbers are going to take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com, Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world.
Our certified technicians provide complete IT services to keep your business running smoothly.
From spyware and virus removal, on-site server and computer installation, network design, configuration, and more.
Let HCC be your IT partner. Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Central gets that ball coming out of the timeout. McMines will trigger the play from the baseline. To the right, he'll throw it all the way up top to McGee. You can hand it off to Seacrest. Seacrest will run point. Trying to get by the defense to the three-point arc. Side of the paint, lost it a couple of times, but managed to get it back. Draws a double team. He'll shuffle it over. McGee fakes the three, puts it on the floor. Little runner in the paint. Teardrop doesn't fall. Rebound tapped out. And the Highclimbers come up with it. Kyle Kimball draws a double team. Out to Cruz in the corner. Swing it up to McCullough. And off to Kimball, and the Highclimbers will set the offense. That's Giraldes handing it back, and a strip of the ball by McMines. McMines is going to go coast to coast. Put it off the glass, in, and the foul. And that'll go on Kyle Kimball, his second. Kimball went for the block and got body. McMines, possible three-point play. Trying to cut into this Highclimber lead. Missed it. Rebound goes to Bogue. Bogue had it stripped, but it rolls over to Kimball and to Cruz. Cruz up to McCullough. McCullough to the side of the paint. Hooks it out to Giraldes, but Giraldes was cutting in. That is going to go as a ninth turnover on Shelton. Leading by 24. The Highclimbers are, and it's Central Kitsap ball. McMines with it. Up top it goes to McGee. Looking for Seacrest. They'll hand it off to Seacrest. RJ trying to get by the defense. Throws it up top. Bates for three. And short. Rebound. Seacrest puts it off the glass and it dropped in. High off the grass. RJ has 11 points now. Highclimber ball. Kyle Kimball with it. Spreading out the defense of the Cougars. Gets a screen, hooks a pass, pick and roll doesn't work, turn it over. There comes Seacrest the other way for the Cougars. Pull-up jumper, the foul line goes in. And Coach Pringle wants a timeout. Talk this over. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com, Hooking Out Communications, HCC.net. Sorry, this timeout is on Central Kitsap, so we'll be right back.
Do you think he's on his way? He doesn't even know that we're here. Is he okay? Please tell me he's okay.
Laura.
Okay, try to call him again.
There's no signal.
Try.
Nothing's working.
Well, just
Everything's
try.
down.
This is so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world via broadband, video, and voice.
We offer business phone systems,
Voice service with unlimited long distance,
broadband with speeds up to 1,000 megabits per second,
complete IT services,
on-site computer repair,
video service,
and advertising.
Let HCC be your communications service partner.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Highclimber ball coming out of the timeout, and a turnover on the Highclimbers. That'll be the 11th turnover on Shelton, coming out of a timeout, and not exactly what you want. So it'll be baseline inbounds for the Cougars. Inbounds Seacrest in the corner. Lob it up top to McMines. Swing it over to Archer back in the ballgame. Archer driving, stops, drew the foul. Ty Fisher will be called, I believe. The 6th-team foul on Shelton. See what they post up there. Fisher did check in the timeout, or just before the timeout. Well, they're going to call it on Giraldus, his 3rd, as Archer hit the first of 2 free throws. Give him 5 points tonight. Leads down to 19. Second free throw, up and in. Fisher will throw it in from the baseline, backcourt, inbounds to Cruz. Cruz up to Kimball. Kimball into the front court, finds Cruz. Cruz to McCullough. Over to Giraldus. Tyler, one dribble over to Cruz. Cruz is going to put it on the floor. Stop on the elbow, put it up a little hard. Rebound, tapped in control by the Highclimbers to Marshall McCullough. Down to Giraldus on the box. Out it goes to Cruz. Cruz tap it over to Kimball. Kimball, no look out to McCullough. McCullough for 3. Yep. And the Cougars are going right back quickly as McMines loses it in the paint, and it squirts in and off of the hands of Stringer out of bounds, and that'll go as a turnover. The first in the half, for the second half, I should say, for the Cougars. Kevin Scott will step back onto the court for Shelton. And Bogue is also back in there for Shelton. It's like Kimball will inbounds it to Bogue. Bogue back to Kimball, still in back court. Up to Fisher. Fisher over to McCullough. Nice find. It was Kimball to Bogue who put it up and in. 11 points for Kobe. Boy, the Cougars are running. They're feeling a little bit of pressure here. There's Bates. Bates over to McGee. McGee turned around by the defense to find that's Seacrest. Seacrest stops and pops just inside the arc. Missed it. McGee with the rebound for Central Kitsap. Had the ball stripped. And going to the floor is Archer. And then McCullough comes up with it. And here comes Kimball over to Scott. Scott trying to get some space, and he'll set the play for the Highclimbers. Dribble to the foul line. Lost the ball. Here comes Archer the other way for CK. Puts it up short, drew the foul on Shelton. That'll be the 7th-team foul all in the quarter. Personal foul, I think it's going to go on Giraldus. Looks like it. No, it went on Kimball. It's his 3rd. At the line for 2 free throws is Zion Archer. He's 2 for 2 and 6 points tonight for Central Kitsap. First one up and in. Hibiki Shiba will step on for Shelton. Can't quite see who's at the scorer's table for Central Kitsap. Obviously coming in for the shooter. As Archer's second free throw is in. And it'll be Sincere stepping onto the court for the Cougars. Highclimber ball, full court press by Central Kitsap. Fisher gets it into McCullough. McCullough trying to get by the defense of McGee. Got to get it across. He manages to do that. Finds Scott. Scott will hand it off to Shiba. Hibiki trying to get by the defense of Sincere. And now there's McCullough with it. 7 seconds. McCullough stops and throws up a little prayer that comes short, and that'll go out of bounds. Cougars have 2 seconds to go the length of the floor. Inbounds to Bates. Bates will throw it up from midcourt, and that does not come close. And that'll be 3 quarters as Highclimbers lead 50-29 after 3. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com, Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
Hood Canal Communications and Mason Web TV have teamed up to bring you live and replayed webcasts of Highclimbers basketball. Catch all the action at MasonWebTV.com and HCC.net/news. Cheer on your favorite local athlete, even if you can't make it to the game in person. As an added incentive, we're giving away a Kindle Fire HD6 at the end of the season. For your chance to win, get the secret code announced during each game and then enter online at HCC.net/contest. Go Climbers!
Tonight's code word for the Kindle Fire HD6 Climbers giveaway is Olympic. That's Olympic. Log on to hcc.net/contest/climbers right now for your chance to win.
Waiting for the start of the fourth and final quarter. It'll be CK ball. Coming out of the timeout for the last 8 minutes, the Highclimbers have Cruz, Bogue, Shiba, Scott, and Fisher. Sincere will inbounds it for CK, get it into Bates, and what do we have, a whistle? Sorry, it should be Shelton ball coming out of the timeout. That's what I thought, but Cruz will trigger the play. It was going to the right end. It was the wrong team holding the ball. So Cruz will trigger it. Just out, a shot below us. Inbound from the corner to Scott. Scott pull-up jumper just inside the arc. Put it up short. Rebound pulled down by the Cougars. Archer on the run, trying to go coast to coast. He'll find McGee, actually, and he'll pull it up short. Shiba with the rebound, and it'll be a foul on Central Kitsap. Only their second and a half. Oh, it's not a foul, excuse me. It's just a turnover. The ball goes over to the Highclimbers. Kimball will return. Kevin Scott will sit down. We're trying to figure out some plays here. It's Highclimber ball. There was a foul on the play. McGee picked up his first. Inbounds to Shiba. Shiba throws it in the front court. Down it goes to Fisher. Puts it up and in. Ty Fisher with his second basket of the night. Since Seacrest, trying to break down the defense on the dribble. Finds a little hole, goes right to the hoop. Blocked and fouled. It's going to be Bogue, I believe. It's either Bogue or Fisher. The 8th team foul on Shelton. Yeah, went on Bogue. That's his second. At the line for a couple of free throws is RJ Seacrest. He's 2 for 2. Has 13 points so far tonight. So here comes Drew Cruz. He's bumped by McGee coming across the midcourt. I guess that shot went in. No. Okay, now I'm caught up. Inbound, excuse me, as our plays going on in the Highclimbers. Bogue lost the ball and it rolls, picked up by Sincere, who is bumped by Hibiki Shiba. It's his third and the 9th team foul. So it looks like Seacrest will be at the line for first of a 1-1. Hunter Stringer returns for Central Kitsap. So I'm trying to catch up here. My score sheet. His first free throw by Seacrest is off. And here come the Highclimbers. Drew Cruz with it in back court. Met by McGee at midcourt. Steps across midcourt. Foul, but no whistle. And that's Kimball with it to Shiba. Over to Kimball. Kimball high post feed to Bogue. Back to Kimball. Oh, Kimball threw it away. And here comes Seacrest the other way. Nice move in the middle, puts it up, missed the shot. McGee had the rebound, knocked it out of bounds. So it'll be a Highclimber ball with a 22-point lead. McMines is back in the court for Central Kitsap, and Tyler Giraldus returns for Shelton. Inbounds to Shiba, back to Cruz. Cruz speeds up across midcourt. Over to Giraldus, going to the hoop, puts it up and in. Tyler has 11 points tonight. Cougars right back the other way. There's Bates with the ball between the circles, swinging over the near side. That's Archer. Archer's been pretty quiet tonight. Up top to McMines. Backdoor cut pass, nice pass, and Seacrest can't finish. Bates had his shot blocked and recovered by Seacrest. Quick pass back to Seacrest. One dribble up to Archer. Archer avoids the lunging defender. Now it's Bates. Bates attacking. Going by the defense, puts it up and in. How did he sneak that in there? 7 points for Caleb. And Cruz had the ball slapped out of his hands, but a foul on CK. Be 14 fouls on Central Kitsap. Archer picked up his fourth. It'll be Highclimber ball. Sidelines, backcourt, foul line extended inbounds for Shelton. Kimball will trigger the play. And it looks like Sincere's back in the ball game. Cruz gets it to midcourt. Over to Giraldus. Giraldus, jumper in the paint, comes up short. Rebound, saved to Giraldus. Will put it up and dropped in. Tyler with 13 points and a long pass down, knocked away by the Highclimbers. I believe it was Bogue who, actually no, it went off the hands of Stringer out of bounds. So it's Highclimber ball. Cruz will get the inbounds from the backcourt baseline. Now hand it off to Kimball, over to Giraldus, back to Cruz. Cruz goes to the hoop. He's just fouled by Bates. That's his fourth. 15 foul. Nelson Cruz settled by the line. Cruz has been quiet since the first quarter. He got the first one, he'll get another one. He has 10 points now, his first trip to the line. And actually, that's the first trip to the free throw line for the Highclimbers in the game. Marshall McCullough will step back onto the court for Shelton. And let's see, there was a substitute for CK. I'll have to get that. Second free throw by Cruz dropped in. And the man with the ball is the new man on the floor for CK. That's number 22, Dominique Telemek. And a near turnover, and then it does end up as a turnover since Seacrest can't quite get to the ball and keep it from going over and back. So that is the 15th turnover for Central Kitsap. Inbounds to Cruz. Cruz back to Kimball. Over to Giraldus. Puts it on the floor, drives side of the paint. Little run on the side of the paint, comes up short. Cruz skied in there for the rebound. Out it goes to McCullough, over to Sheba. Sheba between the circles. Avoiding Sincere. Nice spin. Stop, stumbled, hits. But no call. Second bucket for Hibiki. And here comes Sincere the other way for CK. Gonna go right to the hoop. Puts it up. Rejected by Giraldus. Not in my house, Tyler says. 4:42 to go in this ball game. 60-32 is our score. Shelton on top. Central Kitsap with the ball. Highclimbers trying to end a 7-game skid. McMines will throw it in and get it into Sincere. Sincere will put it up top to Seacrest. Seacrest finds Tillamook. He missed the shot. Rebound, Kimball. Kyle on the run for Shelton the other way. Finds Giraldus, who will bring it up. Wisely turn around, hand it off to Kimball. Giraldus will turn and face the bucket. Finds the Sheba. Sheba has 15 on the shot clock, trying to get by the defensive Tillamook. It does, stops just inside the arc, puts it up short. Rebound goes to Seacrest. Seacrest on the run, he'll launch it up to McMines. McMines beyond the three-point arc finds Seacrest. Seacrest fakes the three, lost the ball, and gets it back. Sets the play for CK. There's McMines, it's another steal by Cruz. I think he has about 3 or 4 in the ball game. Here's Kimball. Kimball, up it goes, can't hit McCullough. And here comes Seacrest and company. That's Sincere with it, far side. Cross court to McMines. McMines fakes the three. Gets it to Seacrest, and a timeout has been called. So 3:26 to go in this ball game. Shelton 60. Central Kitsap 32. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications, HDC.net.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Tonight's code word for the Kindle Fire HD6 Climbers giveaway is Olympic. That's Olympic. Log on to hcc.net/contest/climbers right now for your chance to win.
Well, 3:26 to go in this ball game. Shelton 60, Central Kitsap 32. Highclimbers trying to end a 7-game skid. It'll be Central Kitsap ball coming out of timeout. They have Archer, Seacrest, McGee, Bates, and is that Stringer? Yes, it's Stringer. The Highclimbers counter with a couple of new faces. David Ware is in there. And Paul Bennett on the court as well. Inbounds in the corner. Seacrest launches and hits a three. Inbounds, stumble and a turnover. Seacrest comes away with it. He'll put it up in the fadeaway. Skying in there and tapping it up. But missing is Stringer, and the rebound, Sheba. Sheba trying to bring it back the other way and hold it down. There's Kevin Scott back in the ballgame as well. He has the ball to the foul line, to the hoop. Nice little scoop shot. Falls off. Rebounds goes to Bates. Bates on the run the other way. Trying to get a pass down low. It's deflected. Out of bounds. It'll be Shelton ball. No, yeah, it'll be Shelton ball. Excuse me. I have 17 turnovers on Central Kitsap. Ware will inbound it to Sheba. Sheba bringing the ball up. He'll throw it up to McCullough, back to Sheba. Over to Scott on the far side. To McCullough between the circles. Now to Bennett. To Ware. Ware spinning to the foul line. Lost the ball. Can't handle it. It'll go out of bounds. That is the 14th turnover on Shelton. Kyle Kimball back in the ballgame for Shelton. Marshall McCullough will sit down. Inbounds to Seacrest in the backcourt. He'll avoid the lunging Sheba. Over it goes to McGee. Back to Seacrest. Back to McGee into the corner now to Bates. Bates will dribble out and wave off everybody to clear it out. Trying to attack. Little out pass to Seacrest. Just inside the arc. A little too hard. Rebound Bates. Bates is going to attack again. And we have a whistle on the Highclimbers. That'll be the 10th team foul on Shelton. And Kevin Scott picked up his 4th. At the line for 2 free throws is Caleb Bates. He's 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Make it 1 for 3. He has 7 points tonight. Jaden Upshaw will return to the lineup for the Cougars, replacing McGee. And Bates will have another free throw, and he missed both of them. Rebound goes to Scott. Scott on the run, I should say the jog, and he had it knocked out of bounds by Seacrest. So always want to say sincere when it's Seacrest. Kimball will trigger the play from the scorer's table on the far side. Inbounds in the corner to Scott. Scott jumper. He's mugged and fouled, and that will go on Archer. That's his 5th if it is. He's done for the night. 8 points for Zion tonight. 2 shots for Kevin Scott. McGee returns for Central Kitsap. This will be Scott's first trip to the free throw line. He has 4 points tonight. 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. Scott missed the first one. We'll get another one. Highclimbers, this is only the 2nd trip to the free throw line for Shelton tonight. Second one's in and out. Bennett had the rebound, but it knocked out of his hands to Seacrest. Seacrest on the run the other way. Finds McGee. McGee puts it up. Misses it. Bennett with the rebound for Shelton. Out it goes to Scott. Scott will slow it down with a minute 45 or so and left in the ball game. Scott trying to get by Seacrest. Splits the double team. Out it goes to Sheba. Sheba to top, and Kimball. Kimball fakes the 3. Or fakes the 3, step to the 5, and Sheba launches along 2. It's knocked out of bounds. They're going to give that to the Cougars, although it looked like it went off of a Cougar player. Comes Seacrest the other way for the Cougars. He'll get it back and launch a 3. It's off, rebound. Bennett had it, lost it, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Central Kitsap. Game much in control of the Highclimbers. McMines will step back onto the court for Central Kitsap. Upshaw will sit down. Baseline inbounds for the Cougars. Bates will trigger the play. Throw it up top to McMines, actually near mid-court circle. Over it goes to Bates. Bates will drive. Go right to the hoop, put it up short. Rebound Kimball for Shelton. Kimball gets it across the key there, and now Scott has it. To Sheba, over to Kimball. Kimball over to Ware. Back to Kimball. Kimball hold the ball until the defense steps in. Starts 5 count. Pick and roll with Scott. Nice reverse layup, but can't finish. Rebound tapped out, but controlled by McGee. McGee on the run the other way for Central Kitsap. Gets the defense to fall off of him. Finds Seacrest on the baseline and missed the shot. And the rebound goes to Bennett, and here comes Kevin Scott the other way for Shelton. Over to Kyle Kimball. 25 seconds to go in this ball game. It looks like the Highclimbers are going to stop their skid. It's at 7 games. Sheba will hand it off to Kimball. Kimball will hold the ball as we're under 10 seconds. And they'll dribble it out. So a final score, Shelton 60, Central Kitsap 35. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Canal Communications HCC.net.
Thanks to cell phones, you can call 911 from almost anywhere.
911, what's the address of your emergency? I just wrecked. Can you find where I'm at?
I can't find where you're at.
But many people don't realize that cell phones and even smartphones don't always send location or GPS information when you call 911.
What road are you on? Were you on the highway?
You can't find where I'm at.
No, I need you to tell me what road you were on.
Since 911 dispatchers can't always tell the location of your emergency, they need your help.
It's the last turnoff right before Okanagan, and it's like 3 miles to Okanagan, I think.
Did you go by the cemetery?
We just passed the cemetery.
Just past the cemetery. Okay.
Are you sending anybody to look for us?
I'm telling them right now. The other dispatcher is getting on the radio.
Every second counts in an emergency. If you identify your location when calling 911, help can be sent quicker. Help 911 help you know your location. An important message from your local 911 office and Washington State Emergency Management.
Hood Canal Communications and Mason Web TV have teamed up to bring you live and replayed webcasts of Highclimbers basketball. Catch all the action at masonwebtv.com and hcc.net/news. Cheer on your favorite local athlete, even if you can't make it to the game in person. As an added incentive, we're giving away a Kindle Fire HD6 at the end of the season. For your chance to win, get the secret code announced during each game and then enter online at hcc.net/contest. Go Climbers!
MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net are your best source for high school basketball featuring the Shelton Highclimbers, the North Mason Bulldogs, and the Mary M. Night Owls. We give you complete coverage of a game from starting lineups to scoring leaders. You can trust we will bring you all the action. For our next webcast, we hit the road with the Shelton boys as they travel to Tacoma Wednesday night to take on the Thunderbirds at Mount Tahoma High School. This game with playoff implications tips off at 7 o'clock, and you'll find it only on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net.
It's a final in the Mini-Dome. Shelton Highclimbers end a 7-game losing skid and knock off the Central Kitsap Cougars by a score of 60-35. Highclimbers had 4 players in double digits, led by Tyler Giraldis. So he had 13 points, 11 for Kobe Bogue, and 11 for Drew Cruz. Cruz hit the 3 threes in the first quarter. 10 points for Marshall McCullough. 4 apiece for Ty Fishers, Kevin Scott, Kyle Kimball, and Vicky Shiba. In the losing effort, the Central Kitsap Cougars were led by R.J. Seacrest. He had 17 points to lead all scorers, 8 for Zion Archer before he fouled out. Caleb Bates finished with 7, 2 for Austin McMines, and a point for Jaden Upshaw. First meeting of between these two teams, Archer, Bates, Seacrest, and Upshaw all scored in double digits, and it's a almost exact opposite here at this floor. And that does improve the chances for the Highclimbers in the playoffs as they improve to 6-10 on the season, 3-7 in the Narrows League. The Cougars dropped to 6-9 overall, 3-6 here in the Narrows League. So the Highclimbers, to make the playoffs, have to keep going and put together a run here, and they will travel to Mount Tahoma next Wednesday, and then be back here a week from today to face Lincoln, which will be a good test, but they got to get the one in Tacoma at Mount Tahoma on Wednesday, which will be on hand for that game on Wednesday. So again, the final, Shelton 60, Central Kitsap 35.
Tonight's code word for the Kindle Fire HD6 Climbers giveaway is Olympic. That's Olympic. Log on to hcc.net/contest/climbers right now for your chance to win.
Again, the final, Shelton 60, Central Kitsap 35. We will see you in Tacoma on Wednesday. Thanks for joining us.